everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So I just want to make this a little bigger there. Here we go. Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Jamie Foxx's family is addressing rumors about the actor's health 4 weeks after revealing he suffered a medical complication. His daughter Corinne shared a report on her Instagram story Friday, which stated Foxx's loved ones are preparing for the worst. Alongside that, she wrote, quote, "Sad to see how the media runs wild. My dad has been out of the hospital for weeks, recuperating." She continued, "In fact, he was playing pickleball yesterday." She also thanked everyone for their prayers and support and added that they have an exciting work announcement coming next week, too. Last Wednesday, a message on Fox's Instagram account read, "Appreciate all the love, feeling blessed." At the same time, the actor added on his Instagram story, "See you all soon." On April 12th, Corinne announced in a statement on Instagram that her dad had experienced a medical complication the day prior. She shared at the time that due to quick action and great care, he was on his way to recovery. A source later told People that the actor's health was continuing to improve, but noted at the time that he was still in the hospital with doctors running tests. However, he was awake and alert and being kept for observation. Multiple sources had told People that Foxx was steadily improving as he worked toward recovery in a Georgia medical facility. And on May 5th, a source in the actor's circle said they were told Foxx is stable and not in a life-threatening situation now. Foxx's family is addressing rumors about the actor.
Okay, Jamie Foxx has been hospitalized for a while now, and there's been a ton of secrecy surrounding his hospitalization. Some say he got home again, some say he hasn't gotten home. Um, so, all kinds of theories about what really happened. And now it's come out by this person. Because this rings similar to Damar Hamlin's situation, a lot of mystery around it. Nobody wants talking about it. Conflicting stories. Mike Tyson came out and said he had a clot, you know, clots of the brain early on, and then others, tried to poo-poo that or whatever. So, anyways, I don't do health readings or anything, but I did repost a video on my Odyssey channel if you check that out about more, some, speculating on what's going on. But I just want to look at how he's doing in general and how it's going to go for him. Now, he's been completely quiet. There have been posts on his Instagram allegedly, but that some say that's not him. That's just his family. His daughter has been speaking on his behalf. So, I hope and pray he does well. I mean, but if it is, as this person has suggested, that they believe that it was the what, uh, that would explain the secrecy as well. And it's something that, of course, would be of great interest. I think it's pretty much common knowledge now of what this thing's doing. So, but I want to see in general how he's doing and how things are going to go for him for the next 3 to 6 months. And let's see if we get some answers here. And again, I'm not predicting any life, death, or I just want to see in general how he's doing, and we could look forward to if we see improvement or not. So let's find out. So what's going on with him at the base of it all? I get yeah, a lot of secrecy around what's going on around him. Love and relationships, Chariot. So I say love and relationships, pushing an agenda here, pushing a story, like not wanting to give out the real story. It's been a lot of um, kind of like politics in the way it's handled, right? If that is what it is, the way they're handling it. Work, what's going on with work? The Hierophant. So learning. Now, the Hierophant's about learning, and if he has had a stroke, as they say, he would have to relearn how to walk, right? You might have to relearn how to. If you have any kind of stroke, you have to relearn things, right? Relearn how to eat and this and that. Central theme of what's going on. Emperor. So taking control here, dealing with institutions, hospitals, doctors, the structure, trying to take charge there. What's going to happen in the immediate future? I get the Empress. Be very well taken care of, nurtured. And wishes. What does he hope for? His wishes. Star, right? So he is a Hollywood star. He wants to get back to work for sure. And also, that's also about reaching goals. And in the future, we can expect the Fool, something new, a whole new beginning. So we get the Fool, it's a whole new beginning. So basically, you could say that after suffering something like that. So that's good. So I didn't get any terrible negative cards there, which is a good sign. It does look like, he is, of course, getting the best of care, no doubt, and a lot of love and support there. And I'm sure all his fans have been talking about him and speculating. As you know, I'm sure there's many videos talking about him, trying to figure out what's really going on, how he's doing, and supporting him. He's got tons and tons of fans. We know that, right? So, very popular actor. Uh, from what I hear, in the video I reposted on Odyssey, you can hear they said that he got two snake bites, and this time before this happened, it was a third snake bite. And they say the more you get, the worse it gets. Just science, the speculation there. So I'm going to shuffle the rest of my cards, and then we're going to do the rest of the Gilded Forecast. Alright, so I finished shuffling the cards, and I'm going to split the deck and take a look at all areas of Jamie Foxx's life. Now, we do know that when this occurred, he was on set of a movie that had to be finished, I believe, by his body double with Cameron Diaz. So let's see what's going on here now and for the next 3 to 6 months. If it is a stroke, like they said, that does take time. We all know, for example, with Meghan Markle's father, who had a stroke, he's still having difficulties talking, but he had to relearn how to talk again, right? So it's taken many months, if not a year, to really show some improvement. So, anyways, let's see here. What's going on with Jamie Foxx for the next 3 to 6 months? Okay, so first I'm going to put the cards out. I'm going to be starting with his personal situation here, his overview of his what's going on with him. And the first card I get is the Knight of Cups. Okay, it's very well taken care of there. And I get the Ace of Cups, very emotional. Then I get Six of Swords, moving forward, learning new things, and Page of Cups. So he's getting lots of love and support. You can see here with all the cups, got a lot his loved ones around him and people helping him, and he's getting wonderful care here with this situation. So it looks like he has a good situation where he's very supported and he's moving forward. What about home life? I get Strength card. Yes, a lot of strength with his family there. Next, Six of Wands. Lots of attention, lots of talk about him. He's all over the news. The Hermit. Yes, he is hidden away with his family at home, no doubt. And Queen of Wands. So I got a female person very prominent here from his family, his home, and I would take that as his daughter. She's been the most she's been like his spokesperson, person, basically, from what I see. She's the one that's been basically speaking for him in the press. Okay, next for the work, we get Queen of Swords. So it could be another, that could be like Cameron Diaz or a woman he works with, agent, or just information from work. Next, I get Knight of Pentacles. Getting paid, doing work. Moon. A lot of deception here. A lot of hiding things, like another secretive card here. And of course, this is a big scandal that happened when he was at work. He was on the set when this occurred. And so we know that his co-workers and whatnot, and the Empress, we know the co-workers and whatnot have been very quiet. They're not speaking out about or saying or divulging anything. Haven't been divulging anything. They've all been very secretive, and they're very supportive. They're respecting his privacy. But there really have been like no updates, and he has not been seen or heard from. So that's why, yeah, that it's looking more and more like it was stroke and whatnot. So, anyways, relationships, love and relationships. We're getting King of Wands, a fire sign man there. Ooh, a Five of Swords. A lot of bullying going on there. A lot of, maybe not bullying, but just not a little bit dishonesty there with justice, legal matters, his contracts. He may be kind of being told by, I kind of see this as he's being told relationships. I think more of a business look. Like this might be his PR or agent or whatever who's in charge of his career there, one of the people and bosses, and they're basically bullying him and his family to not say anything, I think. They're saying, you're under contract, you can't talk unless we tell you you can say something. And Hierophant, so leader here guiding the situation. So I'm kind of getting here that, because it does kind of feel a bit suspicious that they've been so secretive and private about everything. And his daughter did lie at one point. She said, "Oh, he's home already. He's playing pickleball." And they're saying that's a total lie, like that guy was saying in the interview. It's no way. If he's had a stroke, like they're finding out now, there's no way he's playing pickleball a week later. So I mean, there's a lot of like suspicious. That's why we get the Five of Swords. There's, I think, telling some lies there. But I mean, I understand it's like they're just trying to protect him, and they're trying to do what they think that he would want them to say, and also his not to make sure he doesn't get in trouble with the bosses. And there was speculation that it may have been drugs or something, because the way they've been hiding it, they're thinking, well, that maybe for insurance purposes they didn't want the truth to get out. Maybe he OD'd on something, and because they said if you have an OD of a drug, then your insurance won't cover it. And so they're speculating that might be the case. But of course, if it's the what, then they'd be trying to cover it up because, of course, Big Pharma and the government want to cover all that up. I mean, it's what big tech was all about, covering that up, right? So that's another. Right? Okay, what's going to happen in the future? How's his future looking? The immediate future? Oh my. Okay, I'm not even going to say it. New beginnings there. Eight of Wands, a lot of publicity. Again, moving some agenda here, kind of being pushed around. This could be like being pushed around in a wheelchair or something as well. And end result, oh my. Okay, it looks like the what makers are in control for sure. And at the bottom of it all, Eight of Pentacles. So working hard, and his work dominating his life here in many ways. In that the reason all this is so secretive is because of where he works. And it was where he works that, I mean, it looks like that the cause is the what, and his bosses are the ones that made him get the what. So all this is surrounding work issues, and of course, now if he's in rehab for his injuries, also going to be working hard on that as well, trying to get back to work as soon as possible. So all in all, I'm getting a lot of secrecy here, and starting right from the beginning, we don't really know the situation. We don't even know if he's conscious or not, or if he's, But I think they said that he has been communicating. At least that's what they said. And so I'm not seeing like a lot of unhappiness or suffering here. I'm seeing that he's being very well taken care of here with, the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups. So, he is in a good, he's being very well taken care of, and he's not suffering, and it looks like, I'm getting a lot of nurturing going on, especially with the women around him. I'm getting the Queen of Wands is very prominent. Particularly his family, home and family has been very strong here. We get with the Strength card, and they've been his backbone. They really all surround him. He's very, he's got a very loving family, and they're keeping him, secluded and keeping things under wraps. And like I said, his daughter, I get the Queen of Wands, and I also get with his work the Queen of Swords, which could also be his daughter. I don't know if he has, I think he has more than one daughter, possibly, taking the lead here, but also keeping things very secretive with the moon, things being very cloak and dagger as far as what's really going on. But of course, he has all kinds of support and from his people he works with and whatnot. So all in all, looks very positive. The only negative I see is towards the end here with the relationships that he has, I think, with his business manager or bosses there, the studios, and the legal. Basically, it's like this is not just about him. This is about, um, it's a tricky situation, because whatever the circumstances are, we're not getting the truth, right? We're being fed a pack of lies. There's been a lot of lies coming out of this, one way or another. Now, you might say it could be because of his contract, legal stipulations, and or they don't want word to get out. They want to, the powers that be that want to uh, have a certain message out there, that don't want, um, I'm getting the Hierophant twice. I'm getting it there with work. This is love and relationships, but I'm still getting more of a work vibe around this. More than anything, 'cause I think the main concern right now is his health and healing and work. And I'm getting the Hierophant two times with that. So the Hierophant is, a preachy card. It's like telling you what to do, how you're gonna do it. So it's like his who he works for is dictating this whole situation, basically. And normally, if you get sick and you go home or whatever, you don't have your boss at work telling you what you can say or not say. Well, it used to be that way. I guess it's getting more and more that way nowadays. Now we got Prince Harry telling us what we can say or not say, right? But in his particular situation as an actor, because his public persona is part of his work, he can't, and his family can't, I assume, for contractual reasons, right? They can't just come out and give updates and explain things if it's not something that the studio wants out there, right? So I'm getting that that's why we're seeing so much deception and quietness, and his daughters, being very evasive, I guess, or giving different stories. There is definitely political agendas around the situation. I mean, I can get a political kind of card pushing a certain agenda, and I get this twice with the love and relationships here. So, the people around him, his relationships, they're professional and personal, are dictating who can talk to him, who can say what, etc. Now, I did get a death card here, but this is not a final. This is just in the air, I mean, this is what people are going to be talking about for the next 3 to 6 months. Is he dead or alive, right? I mean, that's the question. Is he dying or is he doing well? And I get, like I said here, the initial four cards for his current situation. He's being very well taken care of and he's doing well. So, and he's happy. He's in a happy place. So, and he's very, Um, Now, is he conscious, unconscious? I don't know because I'm getting this at the base of it all. But apparently he is. So he could be heavily medicated, or he could be, if he had a stroke, he's going to be heavily medicated and maybe not entirely conscious, like conscious but not in his normal state of mind, right? If you're brain injured and you're under the influence of pharmaceuticals, you're no doubt not thinking like you normally think. So it could be he's awake and talking, but not necessarily, himself yet, right? So for the next 3 to 6 months, I think that's, working on him. And this is a new beginning, after a brain injury. It's a whole new life, right? You're a whole new person, basically, depending on the severity of it. So it does look like this has been a huge thing, but it does look like he's being very, like I said, very well taken care of. I've got another in the immediate future with the Empress being repeated. So I'm getting three repeated cards here: the Empress, the Hierophant, the Chariot. Those are being repeated, and of course, the Empress is about he works in the creative field, and the Empress is nurturing and marriage and motherhood. So he is being very well taken care of by his wife, his mother, female figures who are looking out for him and taking care of his work and everything surrounding that and dealing with the details there. So, and that's what's going on in the immediate future. They're handling his affairs, and they're being, of course, like I said, secretive and evasive, and maybe not being totally honest about everything. Sort of posting for him on Instagram, making it look like it's him when it's not, and that kind of thing. But at the end of it all, again, people are going to be talking about, what's going on. Is he here? Is he? What's the state? What's the status? And I do see a lot of information coming out now. This is a big story that came out, but again, um, they could be, pushing a political agenda, right? And as well, because it's not just about that, and things can be getting nasty. Now, this is a card, of course, you're all familiar with. In this particular case, this is the ending situation here. Very intense, a lot of manipulation here with the situation. So I see the story being manipulated, him being manipulated and told. I mean, this could be like his bosses saying, "You've got to just not talk about what happened or why it happened." I mean, look at what happened in Damar Hamlin, right? It's very same kind of similar kind of situation there. Like, and there's many other examples of incidents like this where young healthy people and they come out and say, well, I can't talk about what happened or why, or it's, we don't know exactly why. It's a mystery, right? Doctors, oh, what's the phrase you keep hearing? Doctors are um, baffled, right? A lot of baffled doctors these days. Yeah, so it's, so they're all a lot of work, working on him, working on the situation. But it's going to be intense for the next 3 to 6 months surrounding his health situation and people wondering what's going on here. This could also refer to his career. I mean, depending on the severity of it, how he does, this could mean that his career is over, right? It could be that he's got to retire now. Um, Whatever the case may be, a lot of secrecy. It's a secrecy card. This is one where um, you're being held back from being able to talk about it by the powers that ought not be. And the secrecy and the deceptions from his work and his family is only going to make things more intense and heat things up quite a bit. And so yeah, to look out for this. It's a story that is not going away, and um, and could have. I think that this story also, I think that another reason, if it is the you know what, which is suspected, um, all of the secrecy surrounding his situation as well and the deceptions are gonna could cause some serious repercussions as far as how people respond to this and what happens next. You know, this is going to be a strong reaction. You know, so because he's a huge star, and let's face it, it'll be a major. Cause this could have major backlash kind of reaction to the whole situation that's just, you know, been evil from day one. Not obviously not him in particular, but the what's. It's been the whole thing's just so something. If anything happens to him, all hell's gonna break loose against those who were pushing this because apparently from the story that they're saying what this man said and what we've heard is that Jamie Foxx did not. The story that they're coming out with allegedly happened is that Jamie Foxx did not want to take it, and they made him take it, and then this happens. So you can imagine the kind of hell that's when that comes out and is confirmed, and the hell of the family against the where he works and who's responsible. And not only that, but this whole situation, which just gets uglier and uglier by the day. The revelations coming out about it, right? So, yeah, this could be a tipping point, in other words, because this is a major arcana. So, this is like not just his life, but everything, like the world, a world reaction in the world, on the world stage that could be huge. So, this is something to watch, I think, because you may see some major culture shock blow up here from this possibly when the truth comes out completely when it's confirmed, which has not been confirmed yet. It's been alleged so far, but these are reliable sources who are speaking with first people with first-hand knowledge, so it's pretty much um, confirmed but not officially confirmed, that kind of thing going on. But and it's been dragging on for a while now. And yeah, and if he does, uh-uh, then it's gonna get real hot. It's gonna get real hot in here. Hot. The story is really, it's gonna really, yeah, it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly. But I'm not predicting that. I'm just saying that this is for the next 3 to 6 months. This is going to be the topic of conversation surrounding him. Yeah. Anyways, that is what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this. If so, please like and subscribe. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye bye.